The tough issue of teen suicides. This after classes were canceled Wednesday at Arapahoe High School in response to two student suicides within days of each other. Tonight's football game also has been canceled. Channel 2 is asking the school district many questions about their crisis intervention policy and what steps they take to help struggling teenagers. Dr. Melissa Batt, a psychiatrist at the C.U. Johnson Depression Center, is here with some insight and advice this morning. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Well, we know you have a big event coming up today, and we want to ask you first, how should parents and schools respond in what's happened like this week?
Yeah, you know, that's a big question. For parents, you know, I think that's really where we can make a difference. For parents, I really recommend having limits on screen time, having rules around it. There's a family media use plan that you can find, that's a customizable plan you can get from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Having screen-free zones, like in the house, like the bedroom, having screen-free time, and then looking out for red flags. So kids who have depression usually have, you know, I would encourage parents to have some involvement in their child's online presence. Stuff like, you know, spending too much time online, having concerning posts or pictures online. Kids who are depressed ask for more reassurance from others online.
They watch those likes. Did they get reassurance
Yes.
from how many likes did I get?
Yes.
How quickly did I get
And that's
those
correlated
likes?
with anxiety. So.
And are we seeing more that, it's interesting you mentioned the word anxiety, are we seeing more anxiety in teenagers today, and do you relate that to social media use?
I mean, there's never been a correlation. We have really limited research into the correlation between social media and mental health, but certainly there are trends that kids who are anxious, you know, what kind of behavior they have online.
Let's just mention a few of the statistics, though, that you gave me. In 2012, 41% of teenagers in the United States had smartphones. That number today, 89%. So we know that the devices are in their hands. We know they're using social media. So do you anticipate that we will see more research and more data that supports we need to intervene, we need to do something different?
I hope so. I mean, I think as time goes on, we'll see more and more. Overall, I think the social media can be very positive. For kids that are happy and healthy, social media can be a very good thing. But for kids that are struggling, you know, there are certain, it can be a symptom of other bigger things going on, like depression.
You know, how do you know, though? So many kids, and so many adults, too, are good at faking it.
Right.
Are good at acting as if they are okay. So those red flags, we really, as parents, have to be even more aware.
Absolutely. I would really encourage parents to have an open conversation with their teens about suicide and depression. And it's an awkward conversation, but
what exactly would you tell a parent to say to their teenager?
Yeah, I mean, I would admit that it's an awkward conversation, but that it's important to have.
To tell them that this is an awkward conversation, but we need to talk about it?
Absolutely, because they probably know already, you know. I think they can tell that it's going to be hard for the parent, and you're both learning about it together.
And that kids learn about what's happened at other schools and other kids so quickly because of social media.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the insight today. We appreciate the advice. It's an ongoing conversation.
Absolutely.
All right, Ernie.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, coming up next.